Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo 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 Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sahanavatu Sahano Bhunatsu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Mrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good afternoon. How are you all doing? All of you are keeping well? అందరూ భోజనం చేశారా? Very good. This road is in a very bad shape. You're taking a lot of trouble to commute to this place, I know. I don't know when the bridge will be over. Please see page number 90 in your prayer book, if you have it in your hands. The second quote in the page, that society is the greatest where the highest truths are made practical. That is my opinion. And if society is not fit for the highest truths, make it so. And the sooner, the better. So elsewhere, Swami says, truth doesn't pay homage to any society, ancient or modern. Society has to pay homage to truth or die. This is connected to this quote. That society is the greatest society where highest truths are made practical. What are the highest truths? Truthfulness, honesty, righteousness, selflessness, kindness, compassion. You can practice easily these virtues, then that is the greatest society. That society where it is very difficult to practice these things is not such a great society. So Swami is saying that you build society in such a way that all these higher virtues can be practiced easily. So, this world is subjective. No two individuals see the same world. But though we all have the idea and understanding that we all see the same world, that is a tree, and I see that as a tree, and you see it as a tree. No, we all have our own world. For example, if I like movies, I see everything as in movies only. All movie stars will become my stars, they will become my role models. If you like cricket, and cricket stars will become your stars, and you will see their role models, and everything is your cricket. The whole world is cricket for you. If you are interested in politics, you will be interested in only politics. Even when you read newspaper, you will only see the political things. So, according to our samskaras, according to our taste, according to our individual proclivities, we see the world, we understand the world. No two individuals see the same world, says Swamiji. For Buddha, the world appeared as if it were on fire. బుద్ధుడికి ప్రపంచం అంతా తగలబడుతున్నట్టు కనపడింది. Vivekananda also saw that way only. Why they felt like that? Because they were so kind and so compassionate. It was not that their own suffering became their suffering, others' suffering became their suffering. So the whole world appeared as if, it's on fire for them. And that's the reason they did whatever they could do. But for all of us, if something happens to our life, then actually it troubles us. If something happens to our neighbor, it doesn't really trouble us because we are not that kind and not that compassionate. Our hearts have not expanded to that extent. If there is only suffering in the world, everybody would turn towards God. Everybody would become a truth seeker. If there is only happiness in the world, nobody needs God. You don't need God when there is only happiness. If there is only misery, nobody will take interest in the world. Everybody will turn towards the truth. So this is Maya. Not everybody should turn towards truth. Okay. So what is Maya? That's why it cannot be defined. This is why we talk about Dharma in this country. Why should we practice Dharma? So when you practice Dharma, Dharma is the bedrock, for foundation of life. That will help you to go beyond this life and death. This is a cycle, or people have understood long that. As long as you're in a cycle, anything that is cyclical is stifling, it's oppressive. You feel it. If not today, tomorrow you will feel it. If not in this birth, next birth you will feel it. If not in that birth, some other birth. You all will be compelled to think one day. A kind of world weariness will come upon everybody, Vivekananda says. Is this all? Is this all that life has to offer to me, as something more is there? There is always that longing for something more for everybody. We just see in the world, even the richest man on the planet Earth is not contented. He is not says, I have had enough. Let me be happy. Let me be peaceful. Let me be in myself. No. He's also doing something. He wants to do something. He wants to enhance his experience of life. He doesn't really know how to enhance his experience of life. He already has been recognized as the richest man, and he has got some recognition, some popularity because of his wealth or riches. And he will hold on to that and he will try to multiply that further because the second man is trying to occupy the first place. So this is a kind of race. It will never let you to remain with yourself. It never lets you actually to be calm and composed and collected and get absorbed in yourself. That's why Maya. And our rishis have understood, figured it out, the mystery of existence. And they said, see, this is a cycle. Life and death is a cycle. The aspiration is to come out of the cycle. There is something within us actually which is free. That's called soul. That is nature and is seeking freedom. That's how actually this kind of, what you call, dissatisfaction with the things of the world. Even though you have achieved so much, still there is some kind of emptiness. Still there is longing for something more, something more, something more. So how can you quench that thirst forever? By coming out of this cycle. To come out of this cycle only, the method that we have is yoga. And for yoga to fructify, you need to hold on to dharma. In the Mahabharata, Yudhishthira said, you all know the Yaksha Prasnas, great wisdom. Yaksha Prasna, Mahabharata? Not much. Spoken English students are very sharp, well informed. Immediately they replied, when I asked the question, yes, Mahabharata, Yaksha Prasnas, you all know. I think when you studied in school, Yaksha asks actually Yudhishthira a set of questions, and Yudhishthira answers those questions well. Before Yudhishthira, all of his four brothers had gone to that lake which was owned by Yaksha. They wanted to drink water. Yaksha says, no, you cannot drink water from this lake. It's my property. Only when you answer my questions, I will permit you to take water. But they did not listen. They entered into the lake and they fell unconscious. All of the four, nobody actually answered the questions of Yaksha. Nobody even bothered. So to answer his questions, they said that how dare you prevent me from drinking water? Ultimately, Yudhishthira goes and Yaksha asks the questions. Yudhishthira answers all the questions. Then he was happy. Yaksha was happy. He says, out of your four brothers, one I will bring back to life. Okay, one I will bring back to life. Choose whom you want. Yudhishthira immediately chooses Nakula. You know, and the Yaksha was surprised. You know, Pandu, Yudhishthira's father, had two wives, Kunti and Madri. Yudhishthira, Dharmaraja, Bhima, and Arjuna were born to Kunti. Nakula and Sahadeva are born to Madri. The Yaksha asked him, see, Bhima and Arjuna are your own brothers, born of the same mother. Instead of choosing Bhima or Arjuna, because you're also a king warrior, because they are great warriors, Bhima and Arjuna, why did you choose Nakula's life? Then Yudhishthira says, my father had two wives, so I am the eldest of the first wife, I am alive. It is justice that the eldest of the second wife of my father be alive. So he says, Dharma eva hatu hanti, dharmo rakshati rakshitah, tasmad dharmam natyajami, mano dharmo hato vadit. So this phrase, dharmo rakshati rakshitah, is said by Yudhishthira. So dharma eva hato hanti. If I transgress dharma, let that transgression be my death knell. Let that transgression be my death. Dharma rakshat rakshitaha. Whoever protects dharma, saves dharma, holds on to dharma, that dharma will save them. So why dharma is important? When you want to come out of the cycle of life and death, dharma becomes important for you. Dharma becomes paramount for you. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. The goal is moksha, liberation, freedom, mukti, kaivalya, nirvana. So the main is dharma. You can enjoy artha and kama. You can enjoy the pleasures of the world. You can enjoy wealth, but according to dharma. That's why Indian civilization is basically a civilization that is based on dharma, the dharmic civilization. Thank you. Have a nice afternoon.